Powered by Pipe TV.
Tony's on the move again. Tony's on the move again.
Nails, extreme nails. This is a growing billion-dollar market, from sculptured nails, acrylic overlays, fiberglass wraps, nail art. They're all finding its way into the international following. The fastest growing overseas market for artificial and natural nail care and fashion are in Germany, England, France, and of course, all other parts of Western Europe. But what about the United States? Hi, I am your host, Miss Tonni, and I want to welcome you all to another exciting episode of On the Move. My guests, oh my God, I am so excited because they come to me all the way from the West Coast and they are joining me via Zoom so they could give you an insight into this thing called extreme nail culture. Yes. So, of course, I have with me my man, Mr. SwagNificent, Jonathan, Jonathan Fields. How are you, Jonathan?
I am fantastic and I'm blessed today, and I appreciate you having us come on board your wonderful show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming. Look, Jonathan is the CEO and founder of Extreme Nails International LLC. Am I correct? Did I
Correct.
say it right? Yes.
You did?
And he is also the founder of Ambience magazine Uncut. So he got a lot of things going on, and that's just a few things. We're going to get to know him a little better. And of course, joining us via Zoom as well is his fantastic, beautiful brand ambassador, Ms. Ronda Robinson, also known as Miss Kitty. How are you,
Yes,
Rhonda?
I am blessed and highly favored, honey. Child, how are you? And honey,
Oh,
yes,
good.
hats off to you because you know you is gorgeous, honey. Mwah!
Oh,
Love you.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But of course, we're going to talk to Rhonda in a moment because she is more than just her nails. I'm telling you right now, she got a lot of things going on as well. And we're going to talk with her.
Yes, I do.
But Jonathan, I want to get to you first because I want everyone to know. I want you to share a little bit about your background of where you came because I, I know you didn't all of a sudden say, hey, I think I'm into this thing called extreme nails. Like, how did you get to this point, really? Where did you start from?
Um, that's an interesting question. I get asked that a lot, particularly when it comes to the magazine, because, in my early years, my aspiration was more or less to be a lawyer. My parents wanted me to go to law school, and, there was a big push, coming up in the 70s for African American males to really focus on education. So even though
Correct.
I
That
was
was the status.
yeah, I was an all city athlete, and I played college, played a little bit of pro ball, but the focus of my parents was always have that degree to fall back on. So,
Right.
that was kind of my starting point. But all during that time, I had a vision for some things that were a little um not the norm. One thing was I didn't like the idea of magazines focusing on those people who were already established. Like if you had an
Right.
Emmy or you had a Grammy, most of the main magazines, the Essences, the Jets, the Look,
Right.
all
Right.
those magazines, they pretty much just highlight. I was concerned about, you know, the person who's on the come up. What about that person?
Yes,
That person has
yes.
some background too. So that
Behind the
was in the
scenes,
back
the
of
up
my
and
head.
coming. Yeah.
The second thing was I was always fascinated by the things that women do cosmetically. I always thought that women of color in particular did wonders for makeup and hair and nails and fashion in general. But when I looked at periodicals, I never saw anybody really talk about the nails. They talk about the makeup, they talk about the hair,
Correct.
they talk about
Correct.
the clothes,
Correct.
But I said, nobody really emphasized nail because in society, you see some interesting and eclectic examples of nails, with people. And I said,
Yes, I
nobody
like to
really
use
focuses
that
on.
word eclectic.
Yeah. So I sort of kept that in the back of my mind. I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this right now, but one day, I'll get a sign. And
Right.
in 2009, everything came together. So it was kind of like I said, I started an organization with a good friend of mine out of North Carolina named Melanie, and we were talking about really bringing together all the different ladies from all over the United States who contact each other through Facebook and other forms of social media, but they never really get a chance to meet in person. So I said, what if
Right.
we created some kind of platform where we could pull all
Have
these
that
ladies
happen.
together? Yeah,
Right.
and have them build their own platform where they can talk about things that show that there's something behind the nails. That was always my thing. All these ladies always had specific talents and strengths, and they had been through tragedy. They've gone
Right.
through a lot, but nobody hears their stories. All they do is they see the
Right.
nails and they focus on their nails most of the time negatively. So I
Correct.
said, somebody's got to do this. So it might as well be me. So
Hmm.
that's how that kind
So,
of came into fruition.
so here you are, and all of a sudden, this is the journey you're about to take about nails, but not only just nails, but extreme nails. And
Right.
so happened you met Miss Kitty. How did you meet Miss Kitty, and how did she come to collaborate? And I'm gonna let her expound on that. But how did you meet up with Miss Kitty?
I initially met Miss Kitty unofficially on Facebook because she was on there and she was one of the stars of a show called Diva Glamours.
I was about
Um,
to get there. Yeah.
And she was probably the most opulent, the most outstanding, the funniest. I mean,
Right.
all reality shows have that one person who
That one
stands
person that
out
was
and
Miss Kitty.
basically, yeah, and basically is the linchpin that carries the show. And she just
Yes.
stood right out, and I said, wow.
Yes.
And then I noticed, oh, she's got some fly nails too. I said, okay,
Hmm.
she actually fit the description of somebody, if I was to create a program, that I would want to be the face of that program.
The
So she was
face.
all that. She
Yeah.
checked off all the boxes. Yeah.
And
You know.
definitely she wasn't shy about it. Wasn't shy to
No,
speak
not at
up.
all. Mhm.
I see. I'm watching her all her little faces, but we
Oh
gonna get
yeah.
to hear from you right now. Right now, Miss
Oh,
Kitty, how did
you're
you
gonna get a
meet
treat.
Jonathan? Huh?
Yes.
How
Hey,
did you
everything
meet
is
Jonathan?
via Facebook in my inbox. And it was so
Ah,
funny because like he said, I was on the TV show, and me doing a TV show, I'm jumping around. And so I'm looking one day in my inbox and I'm like, "Hmm." And when I say I read his message, girl, I got his number and I'm calling and I'm dialing and I'm hello, hello. And I'm like, yes, 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 me. And I'm like, I've been wanting to do this forever. And
wow.
I advocate for not just women with long nails, but also for my plus size sisters because I'm a
Yes.
voluptuous woman as well.
Yes.
So I'm bringing everything to light. So I'm letting people know,
Yes.
hey, I'm big, I'm black, I'm beautiful. Hey, take me as I am. So yes, Mr. Jonathan, we're yin and yang together. He's
Right.
he's
Perfect.
almost 7 feet tall and I'm only 5 feet tall and we just it just looks right.
Can you imagine that when you when you're out together?
Yes,
Oh my
yes, when
God.
we are together, it looks good. I'm like at his waist, but we look best together. Yes, we do, and
And we
Oh,
he's
get
given me
compliments
so
all the time.
I
all the
bet.
time, all the
I
time,
bet. Because
and
you
it's
all
like
swagged out. You swagged out now. Both of you
swag
came to the
out.
show looking fabulous.
Yes, yes, girl. He's dapper all day. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, yes. And he is such a good motivator, and that's what I love about him. He's positive. He's a good motivator. I may call him up on some wild stuff, and he's like, "Girl, go ahead." Okay, so I just so yes. But that's how we
Oh,
came to be. Jonathan is yes. Besides SwagNificent, he should be Mr. Magnificent as well. So
magnificent,
Oh,
magnificent.
your
yes.
check is
Jonathan.
in the mail, girl.
I know, boo. Look, you
He
know
said
it's on the way.
you working it. You working
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Yeah.
your
check.
check coming.
Oh my
Yes, yes,
gosh. So
but that's
Jonathan,
what I love about him.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna get to hear some more about you, Miss Kitty, because like I said, Miss Kitty is more than just her nails. I know Jonathan saw her nails, saw her personality, but she is more than just her nails. So definitely when we come back, because we're gonna take a small little break right now, but when we come back, we're gonna talk about what Miss Kitty got going on. Because again, she has a business. She has her own business.
Yes,
She's a mom. She's a grandma. I remember
yes.
when my daughter when I finally became a grandmother too. I was a young grandmother, and my daughter was like, "Oh no, we can't call you grandma. You're a grandma." So I'm like, "Oh,
That's
I
right.
There
like
you go.
that." Didn't even know that there was a
Exactly.
show out called Grandma. So we're gonna talk
Yes.
about the show too. If you can, I don't know if you can. Are you allowed to talk about the show?
Actually, no, because we're actually in production right
Production.
now,
That's
and
what
it's
I
like
thought. See, that's why I
shh.
asked.
So,
Yeah, that's
and
why
I
I
actually,
asked.
when I'm done here today, tomorrow I'll be on set. So, shh.
Okay, I got all that. That's why I asked. That's why I asked first because I wanted to make sure. But still, we got a lot more to talk to you about. But
Oh
again,
yes.
we're gonna take a short break and we're gonna come back with the two of them. And just stay tuned, okay? We'll be right back.
All right.
On the Move with Miss Toni is made possible by viewers like you. Thank you.
And welcome back. So I am back here with Miss Kitty and of course Mr. Swagnificent Jonathan Fields. Okay, but last we left, I wanted to have Miss Kitty tell us more about who she is. Because I told you she is more than just nails. She has her own business. So Miss Kitty, give us a little background of who you are.
Miss Kitty is from Compton, California, the hub and the dub, you guys. That's right. I'm a Cali girl. And I
Mm.
do have my own business. And by the way of, yes, besides nails, eyelashes, I do everything. And I'm also a plus size model. So my brand is called The Cat's Meow. So
Yes.
it'll be catering to, yes, my voluptuous women. We will have my own nail polish. We have the
Ooh,
makeup. We have the eyes, everything that you need to get yourself ready for the evening. Yes, Miss Kitty will be providing that for you. Yes, I
nice.
will. And I also have a second business. I have something with my sister as well, and it's called Nail Junkies. And that's
Oh.
something all for all the nail ladies as well. And I'm big on nails. So, and I'm so deep with it. I actually have it on my hands tattooed. So, yes.
Oh, so cool. That's so cool. Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
Now,
Miss,
I know also besides you have kids and now you're a
yes.
grandma. Yeah, how many
I
kids do
am.
you have?
I have five. I have five. I have three girls and two boys. So my oldest daughter is the one who gave me the grandbaby. So yes, I have a grandbaby. She's 3 years old now. And I have my sons. So I have a 26, 24, a 21, a 18, and a 15-year-old. So yes, I have my
Look at
hands
you.
full.
You're fabulous.
Yes, honey. And you know what? I love it because they keep me young at heart, and they keep me in the loop of everything that's going on.
On,
Sometimes
yes.
you want to sit down, but then they're like,
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, okay. So like my son right now has me listening to 21 Savage. So I'm like, okay.
Ah!
Oh, that's the
Oh yeah,
man.
Miss Kitty is well rounded.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, 21 Savage. Oh
I
my
like one of
Lord.
those.
My son was like, listen to this. And I've been, oh my God. I'm going to work like, I like this.
That's funny. Miss Kitty,
You
I
But
know,
have a
yes,
question for you, right?
okay.
So I was like doing a little bit of research and I found this website that's called Thought Catalog. And basically they
Okay.
put out things, thoughts of why things are, right? So they started
Okay.
to talk about nails, believe it or not. I was
Okay.
like, wow,
Okay.
this is like perfect. So they're saying that there's 18 things that they could tell about a woman with her nails.
Hmm.
And one of them it says
Okay.
women who wear long nails never ever do it for guys to notice. Do
No,
you think that's true?
no. And that is very true because my love for nails actually came from my mother, starting as a young child. So me going to the nail shop with my mother, seeing the ladies back in the 80s, they wore red. So and it was called $1 million red. So which
Yes.
is the gold flake underneath and then the Corvette red on top. So really bright. And they would wear their nails long. And then I remember seeing Flojo running on the racing
Yes.
track and she had these nails and she's just going. And I'm like,
Yes.
yep,
I
oh,
remember that too.
right.
that's my girl
So
too.
Hmm.
yes, and that right there made me just start wanting to grow my nails. And actually, when I got to the 12th grade, I had about 4 inches of long nails at that time. When I graduated high
Wow.
school, when I walked across the stage, I had about 4 inches of long nails. My nails were long and curved, and
Right.
my mother gave me her blessing, and she said I could grow them. I said I'm having at it.
Okay.
So
What
no,
was
we
the
don't.
reaction? What was the reaction of
Um,
the kids like during that time?
you had your haters, for the ones who truly knew me, they supported me because I played softball. I did the yearbook. I was a flag girl. So for people who really knew me and knew all the things that I did in school, they just knew me and it was a part of me. It wasn't for
Right.
for attention. But then you had the other girls who who had their little thing going on and then felt that yeah I was doing it for attention. It's like no, this
Yeah.
is me.
Is it like that
And so
now, like as an adult? Is it about the same kind of reaction?
oh yeah, you get those who are haters. Yeah, you'll get those, and it's a mix because you'll get those who believe that yes, we're doing it for attention, and then you
Right.
have those who think that we have mental problems because we are growing our nails, and it's like we're not crazy, and they're like, well,
Right.
I don't understand why. The same way you love what you love, and that's what I try to explain to people. Everybody loves something. It so happened that women with long nails, you can see what we love. People
Yes.
love money, people
Yes.
love shoes, people love cars, people love clothes, but we love nails. So the fact that you can see what we love and we're not hiding it
Mhm.
makes us different and we dare to be
Right.
different. And because we don't care what other people say and think about us, that's what scares people about us.
Correct. Actually, that goes with one of these other things that they had said. It says women who wear long nails notice details. They
Oh, yes.
notice details. They know when a line is crooked or when a nail is not shaped quite so. That's what they
Yes.
said. So we
It's
know
true. It is
details.
really, really true. It is really true because women who really love their nails, we pay attention to detail. And if you love nails, you're not going to just go to anybody and have people start working on your nails. Like some women, oh, my nails broke. I'm just going to run into this shop and get my nails done. No, you're
Yes.
not.
No, I
You're
don't
not going
even
to do
do
that.
that either. Right.
Right. You're not going to do that. And then if you have extremely long nails, you're definitely not going to do that because
That's right.
you're not going to find a lot of people who cater to women with extremely long nails. You're just not going to
Right.
find it. Nope.
Now, Miss Kitty, the
Mm-mm.
ultimate question, and Jonathan, you could answer this too. The ultimate question. What is the stupidest question anyone has
I knew
ever
that was
asked
coming.
you? You know where I'm
I
going,
knew it was
right,
coming.
Jonathan? What
Yeah,
is the
I already
stupidest
know.
question someone has ever asked you with those nails? Mm.
I've actually had two. One I know you can't say on air because I had a man walk up and ask me that, and I'm like, for real? And then, and then the other one is, how do we wipe our butt?
I hear
And
that
it's like
all the time.
all the time, and it's sad because they, first of all, when you walk up to someone, approach someone, you should say, hello, how are you doing? And can
Right,
I ask you a question should be the follow-up. But
right,
no, we don't
right.
get that. You'll get people blatantly walk up to you and, how do you wipe your butt? Or they'll say, how do you do anything with those things? And that about takes
Mm,
you to the roof because you're going,
mm,
I'm not a thing, never have been
mm.
a thing. How disrespectful are you? So
Right.
we hear it all. We hear it all. But it's
Wow.
just for us to rise to the occasion and to educate them on, just like you with toilet paper.
Wow.
And I'll give them a example, like, okay, I'll get toilet paper, I'll make a puff ball, I'll wipe and drop. There you go. Same as you, I would hope.
Right. Right.
Same
Well,
as
look, on that
you.
on that note, I just want to bring to the attention of our viewers, right? We have your
Yes.
magazine here. It's hard for me to see for
Yes.
everybody to see because my background, but this is your magazine. This is your first
Yes.
magazine that came out, Extreme Nails, and of course, Miss Kitty is on the cover. Again, I'm telling you, she is the brand ambassador.
Yes.
Jonathan, what made you do this particular magazine? Because I know you had Ambience before, but what made you do
Mm.
Extreme Nails magazine?
Well, Extreme Nails Magazine is actually phase one of a multifaceted platform that we're creating for these amazing ladies. The magazine is an eye catcher, of course, and it's the first publication of its kind. And I did the research, even in Europe, it's the first publication of its kind that allows these ladies to give backstories and talk about, the
Yes.
trials and tribulations of not only being long nail divas, but just being women in general.
Yes,
There's just so many aspects of it that go beyond the nails. For
yes,
me, what I've always recognized about these ladies, their nails are not artifacts, their nails are not sexual objects. These are expressions of they're artistic expressions that they're doing. And they need to be respected for that, and beyond that, you need to get to know them as people. They're not nails, they're people, you know,
that,
and that's
that
the
that's
most
one
important
that's
aspect.
yeah, that's one thing I had liked about the magazine because I was able to read this magazine from front to back because every single um, individual that you had in this magazine had such an interesting story. The
Mhm.
questions that were asked, I mean, the magazine was very well put together. So, how can someone get a copy of this issue?
We have posted some information on Facebook in terms of the contact, the mailing address, and numbers. Of course, they can contact Miss Kitty. They can contact one of our two PR people. One is Cassandra Williams, who runs Wet PR out of Beverly Hills, California. The other one is Terry Stevens, who's out of Atlanta, Georgia. So we have two people, doing our PR, and we'll give you that information so you can post that for us. But we're also we're setting up some other things that are going to be interesting in terms of platform. Miss Kitty's going to be very busy going into 2021. So she's
Right.
not only going to be doing her show, she's not only going to be representing us with the honor and class and distinction that she's done up to this point, but she's also going to be doing seminars, talking to battered women and women in shelters and women with children. She's going to be educating. She's going to be educating both men and women, about these ladies and the amazing, lives that they have, and the stories that they have to share. Because a lot of these things are tragedy to triumph type stories. These
Right.
women have come
Absolutely.
from rags and gone to riches. So we want that story to be told. So this is not just a magazine. It's going to morph into bigger and better things. And we also have a connection right now in Switzerland with a young lady named Grace, and she's going to do a satellite program for us out there. So we're going to be taking Ambience literally to Europe, and we're going to be doing some other things. So we got a lot of things on the table.
Beautiful. And Miss Kitty, I know that you had written that, you know, you have a love for comedy and fashion on the stage, but you said that your primary passion is basically to educate. Let me quote it: educate viewers about extreme nail movements.
Yes.
So what exactly what message would you want to give out to the viewing audience about the extreme nail movement?
The extreme no movement is a movement to be free, to be yourself, not to be judged by anyone, and yes, dare to be different. As Jonathan has also stated, that is his slogan, that is his motto. And yes, I agree. Dare to be different. Be who you are. If you go for what you know what you love. And this movement, this platform that he has given us, we plan on taking it. And yes, it starts with the love of nails. And you'll be surprised how therapeutic nails is for a lot of women. Women, and not only women, but men. A lot of our men in the LBC,
Yeah.
a lot of the gay men, transgender men, they wear nails and they contact me all the time. Like, I want my nails done. I want my nails like yours. You know, you'll be surprised.
Right.
And it's very therapeutic.
Wow.
So this will help people in a time of need.
Right. Well, look, guys, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I'm so glad you gave everyone an insight on this extreme nails. I know that coming next year, you have scheduled your expo. Is that still going to happen?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
at the
So,
Celebrity Center in Hollywood, California.
okay, there we are. There we are. So we're going to get all that information. So viewers, stay tuned for the end of the show because we're going to drop all the information on how to get the magazine, how to get more info and keep up to date getting into the expo, um, following Miss Kitty on her show, following Jonathan, and I mean just follow these guys. I mean, it was a wonderful, wonderful experience talking with the two of you. Thank you so very much for coming on the show.
And it was a pleasure
Thank
being
you.
here with you. Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you. Thank you.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is the end of the show. I want to thank all the viewing audience for staying tuned. And definitely, if you too have a story or a show idea that you would like to share, just email us and we'll get right back to you. But meantime, let's continue to talk and open up a platform for everyone, okay? Again, this is your girl, Miss Toni, and we're on the move. See you next week.